The girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a coin. Today's going to be what's happening. So we're going to have obviously two pals, and then I'm going to develop, and then we're going to have an angel and abundance. I think some people are a bit concerned about that this time of the year. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Part number 1, what's happening? 9 of Sword, the Hierophant, the Emperor. Yes, so obviously that's what I was talking about. Some people are a bit concerned coming back after Christmas. Maybe things are a bit tight or not sure about work, about relationship. Everything is in limbo somehow. Or maybe, some people have overdone it a little bit over the festive season and now back to reality. Okay, so that is the vibe. Do not worry. There are some lessons to learn from that. Maybe now it's time to start a therapy. Maybe start to do a training. Maybe start to ask some question and do something a bit differently, looking at life in a different way. So you are both as well kind of learning. So there is something that you both trying to achieve, and maybe now you have a new idea and you have a new way of a new perspective. That's interesting because then you can start something differently as well. Maybe someone is preparing to come towards you. Maybe it can be a love person, a love interest, of course, and then it could also be a boss, and that doesn't have to be a male, it can be a female saying, I want to give you more responsibility because I think you're capable of doing this. Just say yes and go with it. Maybe there's someone who's going to show you some attention, and why not? Maybe that person wants to say, you ready for something different? And maybe, yes, it's an idea of changing direction. Why not? A lot of people say, oh, new year, new me, well, all that kind of stuff. Well, you can be new you anytime you want, okay? So it doesn't have to be the beginning of January. That's it, something has to change. Don't panic. But if someone said to you, I think you can do something a bit different, why not? Say yes. Right? Okay, so yeah, absolutely. So something that was tormenting you, and we can see that with the 9 of Swords. Somebody or something was tormenting you, or someone was tormented about you. Now they want to change everything around. I'm ready to fight for the love story. I'm ready to fight for this position. I'm ready. So don't think you have to transform into some new creature. Why don't you do you, but start to do it a little bit differently or slightly better? But you don't have to transform. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed in any ways, okay? But there's always room for improvement, absolutely. But don't think that you have to change and transform everything on the 1st of January. So stay cool, okay? Stay cool. Okay, so what do we have? Block out the distractions. Here we go. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. Absolutely. So that's what I was saying. You know very well who you are. You know what needs to be done. You see what I'm saying? You know that you could do a bit of stuff that could actually better your life. And yes, maybe blocking anything that is distracting you, but also anyone that distracting you. Stay you, remain you, but in a better light. That's what I'm saying. So you don't need to put pressure on yourself. Stay cool, but do what needs to be done, okay? And be aware who wasting your time, okay? And don't bother with that. Move on. Okay, part number 2, what's happening? Well, 7 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Sun. Beautiful. Okay, so here we have someone, maybe you as well, who decide, okay, do I want to stay in the same job or do I want to do a new job? Do I want to set up my own business? Do I want to stay in the same relationship or do I want to be by myself for a while or do I want to be with someone new? Maybe it's you, maybe it's your person, okay? Someone is definitely checking you out, pretending that they're not. We know the story, blah, 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 boring. All right, at the end of the day, the Sun is a healing process of the inner child. When you heal your inner child, everything is getting into place. It's becoming evident to do whatever you need to do, to be with whoever you need to be with. It's just like so obvious. You don't need to do anything else. It's a very big card here. It's a protection, it's a healing. You're healing a situation, you're healing yourself, you're healing, a connection with somebody. There is a need to heal and to keep it warm. So to keep it really from the heart. This is what I'm saying. And maybe someone is still dealing with you with the mind as a sword. No, it's about you being in the right place at the right time, and you are always where you're supposed to be. So no pressure, relax. Okay, so have more information. Yeah, some people may have been really getting into argument, very conflicted. The thing is, do you want to stay there, or do you want to move forward and move on? That's what I'm saying. Maybe you be the one to check that out, but not interfering with that. You don't want to engage into big drama. People gossiping, all that kind of things. Sometimes it's so easy. You can see someone give you a piece of information in order to make you wonder for more. No, personally, I'm like, back off, because I'm not interested. I don't have time for this. Okay, I'm not interested. At the end of the day, yeah, some people are low vibration around you. That's what's happening. And those people are going to maybe try to distract you or to create drama. Okay, well, you know what? You look at that like a bit of a Queen of Cups. You contemplating, you watching the movie. You do not take part of this. Okay, it's not interesting. Yeah, the child, you have better things coming your way. So don't lower your vibration. Keep your vibration high. Move the body, open the window, clear the house, do whatever needs to be done to actually elevate yourself, and don't entertain gossip. It's a waste of time. So let's have a card from the Angel and Abundance. What do we have here? What do we have here? Face your financial fears. Interesting. Yeah, maybe you have a fear about that. When you're honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, you can no longer control you. They can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you realize that you in fact have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and release their self-doubt. Can I read? Okay, maybe I can read it again. When you are honest with yourself about fears and success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubt. We manage at the end, right? So yes, release, and that's something you have to decide. You have to release low vibration, I was just saying, and doubting yourself is low vibration. This is kind of maybe a torment that you have in your head about yourself. Let that go and heal, because that's what you're doing. You remove the fear. And when you remove the fear, as I was saying, you heal the inner child. Where there's peace, there's no fear. Really think about it. And then you will see your life will be much smoother. Not like this reading today. Never mind. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.